welcome to your yoga practice. Today we're going to do a quick 5-minute pause to really ground ourselves on our mat and really play with finding some balance by really pressing into the mat. So let's start in a downward facing dog. It's my favorite pose to simply ground. And really press your hands into your mat. Press your feet into the mat. Even if your heels do not reach your mat, still ground your feet down. So really pressing into the mat, and that's going to allow your hips to go up higher and higher. Bring your belly button towards your spine, so tone your belly. That way you get rid of any back bend that's there. Just stay nice and grounded. And then focusing on the grounding of your feet, walk your hands back to your feet. Grab onto opposite elbows. Allow your back to cascade over your thighs. Give a nice bend into your knees as you press into the mat with your feet. Your belly should be resting right on your thighs. If it feels good in your body to straighten your knees and still have your belly on your thighs, do that. But I suggest a very generous bend in the knees because it helps you to ground down onto your feet, allowing your body to release any tension. And then releasing your hands down, really pressing into your feet. Still, that's the theme of this 5 minutes, pressing into your feet. Roll up to stand, and then reach up nice and tall, tall mountain pose. Exhale, hands come to your heart. And then let's play with the grounding of your feet. But we're going to only have one leg down. So bring your right leg to your chest. Hands are at your heart. And just play with this balance. And check in with your hips. Sometimes I like to hike up the lifted leg. That hip goes up. So bring it down. Have your hips nice and level. Pressing into the left leg. If you lock that left knee, it's going to be harder to press into the mat. So have a nice bend. Keep this right leg nice and engaged. If you want to play with extending the leg and getting into that quadricep muscle, you definitely can, but you can also keep your leg nice and bent. All right, still feeling nice and grounded in that left foot, releasing the right foot down. We'll do the same thing on the right leg. So really grounding that right foot into the mat, elevating the left knee up, flexing the left foot. Hands can come to your heart. They can be up, whatever feels good. And then again, check in with that left hip. It's really easy to hike up that side, so keep the hips nice and level. If bringing your hands to your hips is what it takes to feel that, do that. I didn't say it on the other side, but if you squeeze your butt cheeks together, it does help you to center your body. And if it feels good again, you can extend that left leg, getting into your left quad, or you can keep nice and bent. And you'll find that sometimes you'll wiggle. So when that happens, re-engage that balance. Check in with the knee, ensuring that there's a micro bend. And there's something very focusing about being in this balance, about feeling the energy pressing down on the mat. Okay, step the left foot down, and now both of your feet are on the mat. Feeling your feet pressing into the mat, elevate your arms, nice and tall mountain pose. And then as you're still engaging those feet, pressing them into the mat as much as you can, bend forward, hinging at the hips, keeping the back nice and straight. Reach your hands down towards the mat, finding your forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, still press into the feet, and then still pressing into the feet. Walk your hands forward, finding your downward dog again. Still pressing into those feet. Grounding, and now your hands are down. Just a nice grounding practice to settle. But you've been engaging your entire body the whole time. Okay. Check in with your body, see where you are holding any tension. And then if your heels do reach the mat, I invite you to really press your feet down, engage every corner of your feet, and lift those toes. That'll ensure that your feet are even more grounded. We're holding for just one more deep breath in, and then a breath out. Coming onto your knees, sitting on your heels. Hands come to your heart. Now you're even more grounded. All right. I hope that you enjoyed that 5 minutes to really ground yourself into your mat, to come into this present moment, and to just have a little bit of a pause of yoga in your life. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a beautiful day.